Looking for Madden 22 Ultimate Team coins? AOEAH.com is the cheapest and most reliable coins on the marketplace. Click the link in the description and use coupon code SPORTS for 3% off your order.
YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Duke back here from Sportsgamerz.com. We got a super fire Madden 22 video for you guys today. In this Madden 22 tip, I'm going to break down a new offensive scheme that is absolutely unstoppable. Something different than what you see everybody using. So if you guys like to run something a little bit off meta, you're definitely going to want to watch this video. So I'm taking a look at Green Bay Packers playbook on offense. This is definitely an underrated playbook, but it does have some things I really like a lot about it. If we go ahead and look in their gun formations, you're going to see that you do have a tight offset TE. This formation I have spoke about a little bit this year, but I really like it. As far as subs go, generally I like to keep my best receiver as the slot receiver on the left side of the screen, who's opposite the running back, and that's just for certain routes, certain plays in this formation. So this is a tip in a video that will work no matter what system you play on. It's good for any mode, and you don't need any abilities to utilize it. So let's get straight into it. Look at the play Y out. Now guys, this is a super effective play and formation to beat every meta defense out there. I'm going to start with the 3-5 wide. Now, we're going to just set this up. And as a reminder, guys, if you enjoy my YouTube videos, I do free Madden 22 tips, gameplays, and news on a daily basis. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You're not going to find content like this anywhere else. Drop a like on the video, smash that like button, turn your notifications on. All that great stuff does help me out a lot as a content creator. And if we can get to 200 likes on this video, I will continue to drop a full scheme for this formation. This play in general has a few different ways I like to run it. And like I said, honestly, this formation is so good itself. I could make a whole scheme video on this. So if you want to see it, get those likes up, guys. So all that said, we're going to start off in the Mike Blitz 3 defense. Still is very common. You're going to see a lot of people use this online where they're going to try to send, 5 at you, sometimes drop everybody in the coverage, but 3. And, we're going to see a lot of different types of zone drops, hard flats, that type of thing. So with this play, I like to just keep the running back in. Very simple to do that. Just put them on a blocking assignment, or you could just go ahead and max protect if you'd rather. And you could run this play as is. However, I tend to make one extra hot route, which is to put the tight end on a drag. So what I really like about the setup is you have some quick reads here, but then also you do have the ability to tack deep. So this post route, could potentially get over the top. It's going to attack the middle of the field, deep down the middle. Whereas you have these 2 drag routes, they're going to work underneath. You have one on each side of the field, which means that they have to respect the flat area on both sides. Another thing I really like about this play is this corner route. This corner route is tough to stop in man coverage. It's a good corner route to beat man coverage. But also, it's very hard to zone drop because this is a type of corner route that's quick cutting. It's going to get over the top of, a simple cloud flat and like a hard flat. But if you're going to go ahead and zone drop your defensive flats to 30, like a lot of people like to do for a lot of the deeper type routes, this route will actually get underneath that type of zone drop. So when you combine this type of corner route with some other routes that require the 30-yard zone drop, it's really difficult to defend. So let me guys show you how it works. We're going to start off, like I said, actually covering the flats. And as you guys can see here, even when they cover the flats, it doesn't really matter. If you're enjoying my YouTube content, I highly recommend you check out Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium Madden 22 content. I have eBooks, offensive and defensive schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault. This content is available for both current and next gen, so no matter what system you play on, we got you guys covered. Our best offer yet is the Sportsgamerz Madden VIP membership. This gives you access to the entire site, every tip, every ebook, plus the meta reports for only $19.99. I'll post a link to it in the description and the comments. Make sure to check it out for the best tips and content available at the best price anywhere. Because you can still throw the drags over the middle of the field. So yes, they did have 2 hard flats here, but you make the user pick, is he going to guard the drag on the left, the right, or the post. He can't really guard all three over the middle. As you guys can see here again, these three receivers create kind of a triangle shape, diamond, whatever you want to call it. I've talked about this a lot. This makes it very hard for a user to lurk those routes with the spacing, and also zones cannot defend this. So, maybe the user sees that, and maybe this time he tries to just kind of stay underneath and bait you between your two drag routes, right? Well, at the end of the day, this play still, if they do that, is very easy to beat them, because you can just throw that post right down the middle, and it's going to split the seams of the defense against a 2 deep like a cover 2, which I'll show you in a second. But even in a cover 3, you're seeing if you throw it quick, it's going to get underneath the third zone, which is the safety rotating right here to the middle of the field, number 4, I believe. Yeah, 4. Now, what is really, really good about this play too is, like I said, this corner route's really nice. Like if they had their standard cloud flat or even hard flat, you can pretty much throw this corner out on the break, and it's going to get open. As you guys can see, there's wide open. I don't know why Aaron Rodgers didn't make that throw, but we'll do it again. Again, any sort of cloud, hard flat that's not zone dropped, you can just throw this really quick on the cut. It's also going to beat man coverage this way, and the way it's run is almost like it's an out route. It's very, very interesting route. So you're gonna be able to get this route a lot. Now, at the end of the day, like I said, even if they were to have a zone drop 30-yard cloud flat, this is going to get open because, as you guys can see, we're hiking the ball at route 35. He's, getting open around the 50 or maybe the 45. So, that's not anywhere. It's too shallow of a route for 30 yards because that's, we got 15 yards to the 50, right? Another 5 or so to the 40. So we're talking about 15, 20 yards. Most people want to have them at the 30. It's not going to work. So if you just say, hey, I'm just playing man coverage, which someone might think to do, and then just kind of lurk underneath the drags maybe, that will not work either. So now we're in Mike Blitz, which is man-to-man. And as you guys can see, this route kills man coverage. So that's not a good option. And if you take a look at the replay, you'll see that we had other reads open too. Basically, both of the drags had separation, although this receiver was more open. The post, he's going to beat man too, but at this point, we're going to assume that 58 as the user would have probably taken that away. But still, we have good reads everywhere against man coverage. So if someone wants to change it up, another defense that's still very common is the pinch 2, the 2-4-5 odd. Nickel 2-4-5 odd, you still do see this a lot. And this is basically the same concept of a defense that you see people run from dollar, where they're rushing the 2 slot DBs, blitzing 5. I mean, it's a little different, but at the end of the day, what they're trying to do is the same thing. A cover 2 with adjustments, rushing 5 to get some pressure at you. So this is a really good play to attack that too. Again, because we're blocking the running back against most blitzes, they'll still be able to have some blitzes that will get in on you. But against the majority of defenses out there, even if they get some pressure, you're going to have enough time, because the reads are quick on this play, to make your reads. So you don't really have to worry about the blitz from running this. So, okay, right off rip, again, if I see that they're going to stay low on the drags with their user over the middle, it's very, very easy, much easier actually against cover 2 to throw the post in there, because you have the 2 safeties high, which means the middle of the field is going to be open. That's a concept a lot of people don't even know. 2 high safeties is basically middle of the field is open, whereas single high safety, most of the time, middle field is going to be closed. However, against this play, middle field, as you saw against the cover 3, actually single high safety is actually still open, just because of the way it works. But here, you could see that they were more so staying underneath with the hook zones for the drags, so I hit the post over the top. But as you guys can see, if we let it develop a little bit quicker, because the zones of the flats on the perimeter were dropping back too deep, the drags would have been open. Another thing about this is, like, if they just have their standard flat, whether it's a cloud, whatever, hard flat without it being zone dropped, even though it's cover 2, the corner route will still run behind that guy. Now, again, if they're zone dropping them too deep, you can throw it underneath. Standard zone drop, it gets behind. To stop this, they're going to want their zone drop more at about 20. Again, most people don't do that. So the corner route's going to be there. But with all that said, like I said, if you notice that they have not hard flats out there, basically anything but hard flats, these drags are pretty much reads every single time unless they're usered, both of them. And because they're on both sides of the field, It's super easy, super easy. Look at this. I mean, I know that looks like a tight window, but that's a CPU linebacker. He's never going to play that. He's never going to. So you can feel safe to do that every time. Throw those posts and the drags in there, and then you catch him sleeping with the corner route. Again, literally blocking the running back and making one hot route here. This is basically a stock play that we can use to quick snap the defense. Now, if they want to play cover 4, drop, that's actually been a pretty common defense lately. People have been running out of this 2-4-5 odd and adjusting from it. That's fine too. We're going to be easily able to beat that. This time we're going to shade underneath, and we're going to play the hard flats. We're going to do the same setup here. Same exact setup. You guys are going to see against a defense like this, the corner route's going to cook. You cannot stop this corner route with a deep zone over there because, again, it breaks too hard and too fast. This is not your standard corner route. A lot of corner routes you can bag with cover 4, but that's because they go deeper and they don't break as hard. This one, it's not like that. Again, he's almost breaking as if it's a deeper out route. That's why it beats man and it beats these deep zones so good, and that's why it gets underneath of a 30-yard cloud flat, and to stop it, you really would need more of a cloud flat at like 20. So that's why this route is so unique. It requires a different zone drop than most players will want to run. So, they either have to go manly guard that, turn their zone drop to something they want to normally use, and in either case, if they do that, they're going to get something else up. Because remember, we're attacking both flats with the drag, and then kind of like the deeper middle of the field, splitting the seams with the deep post. So like here, they were staying underneath in the middle of the field to defend the 2 drag routes, and then they had hard flats. So but imagine that one of the linebackers ran with the corner route, and we couldn't throw that anymore. So in that case, we would have had a choice to throw the drag that was open, but what I would really do is look to the post, because the post, again, like as you guys can see here, if they don't use her this is a very unique post. The way this spacing and this play is designed with the other routes to complement it, it's going to get pretty much open every single time. So this is a true money play. It's very, very underrated. This formation in general, like I said, is hell. Not a lot of people use it. Only a few people use it. I don't really know why. I think it's a great formation. The only really player you see use this a lot that's out there in the community too much is Jay Mills. I mean, that's about it. So I would definitely, if you want something new, check this out. Like I said, give us 200 likes on this video, and I'll drop a more detailed video on breaking down this full offensive scheme. So hope you guys liked it. Until next time, it's Duke.